Come on, don't start. I tell it's Junior.
Gentlemen, here we go. George Rose, take it away. Face-off time here in Sydney. We need everybody here in the audience to make some noise. Here we go. They face it off. Sydney, let's hear it for our main event of the afternoon.
I think it's cute, but I mean that ain't what that is. It's Errol Spence versus Tszyu. He's no caliber of his fighter. I mean of his daddy. So he can't even compare himself to his pops. He fighting me, he trying to get out of his daddy's shadow. So we'll see come July 26th, can he get out there?
The press conference between Tszyu and
He
Errol
was still an
Spence
elite
turned
force
intense
at
almost from the moment
147
it
pounds.
began. Before either fighter had even stepped inside the ring, emotions were already running.
Up as well. Look, I'm a very respectful guy. I came up to him before, tried to shake his hand, and he just walked past me like a disrespectful. And that just shows the type of person he is, and that's all right, you know. Now he's out here talking about the comparisons between me and my dad. I've heard it all. There's every fighter that I've ever fought has said the same thing.
Man,
so
you've been talking
it's
shit
all right.
on social
It's all right.
media.
They
shot dab me up.
right.
I'm not finna. I don't play them games with people, bro. I don't dab up people who talk shit. And then when you see me, you want, hey, what's up, buddy? Like I'm not one of those dudes, bro.
Errol Spence Jr. had established himself as
but it's the Spence jab that's doing
the crowd.
Man, it's a lot, man. It's been a lot fighting in my
to surrender an inch of ground.
It's just going. If you talking social media, and then when you see me, you want to shake my hand.
I'm very respectful. What are you talking about? I've been calling you one of the best fighters of this decade.
I heard all this stuff, right. And they want to give me a hug. Like I'm not.
That's all right.
I'm cool with that. We can hug after the fight. We can hug after the fight.
All right, Errol, I'll leave you with final comments. What are fans going to see Saturday here in the U.S., July 25th, and Sunday in Australia, July 26th?
I mean, it's a war, man. I'm not here to just shake and hug my opponents and all that. Like, it's a war. It's what it is. I'm coming to his hometown, coming to his territory. And I'm looking to take over. So I mean, why would he want to shake my hand? He's coming to destroy me. You know, coming to knock me off and retire me. And, you know, I'm coming to beat him and show him that he's not up to anything of my pedigree. So it's gonna be a great fight, and I know that I will become victorious.
Every glare, every comment, and every step toward each other created the feeling that the fight had already begun long before the opening bell. If the atmosphere during the press conference was this intense,
My number one fans right here that came out and supported me.
And they continue to
stung really early, like in the first round, like you were overhand right.
You didn't like it. Errol Spence, is that a sign of no respect or just the timing, the moment?
I respect him, but it's more about the timing and the moment. And man, we're gearing up for coming into his home country. He's looking to retire me, and I'm looking to take over in his country and disappoint him and his fans. So I just feel like, and I told him I'll shake his hand and give him a hug after the fight. But right now, it's about war. It's wartime.
The mood shifted immediately when Tszyu extended his hand for a handshake, and Errol Spence refused. Spence made his position perfectly clear.
Despite his dominance, Spence faced serious setbacks, but he returned as a three-division world champion and one of the most...
Where's Spence going? We're going to see how that goes. And the other key thing...
They come to spoil someone else's biggest moment. Tszyu responded with calm confidence, saying the real battle hadn't started yet because it would begin on fight night. That reply stood out because throughout the entire exchange, he never looked shaken or uncomfortable.
That's all right. That's if we're gonna play like that, that's all right. You know, like everyone's each to their own. I get how it is. I'm good. I'm sweet with that.
Is it war now, or was it war before now?
There's no war now.
There's no war now.
There's gonna be war on fight night. And I'm geared up for it. I'm just locked in now. Made me a little bit less happier, a bit more.
At the same time, Spence dismissed the idea of taking easy tune-up fights, reminding everyone that he's always preferred jumping directly into the toughest challenges. That's exactly the attitude fans have come to expect from him. The conversation then shifted toward retirement, inactivity, and who was truly prepared before Spence casually suggested this spar that very day. From that moment, it became obvious neither man was pretending.
Despite his dominance, Spence faced serious setbacks, but he returned to stop Yordenis Ugas in.
It's available. You know, I respect him. He definitely got a lot of heart. He got a lot of pride, you know. So I think it's going to be great, but I'm not one of those guys who just, you know, I take a tune-up, yeah. Or I need another tune-up, you know. Like, I'm not, that's wasting time for me. I feel like it's wasting time. I'm fighting somebody I know I'm going to beat. Like, what's the point of that? Mm-hmm. You know, I want to fight somebody who, you know, people have doubts. Mm-hmm. That'll give me more motivation when people got doubts. Like, man, either they're going to come back that same guy, he's going to come back the same killer. Is he still the biggest? You know what I'm saying? So I definitely look to show everybody and prove to myself and prove to everybody that I am still the biggest.
As if the face-to-face interview wasn't enough to fuel debate, Teddy Atlas added another layer by focusing on the
means a lot, man. It means a lot fighting in my hometown in front of my number one fans right here that came out and supported me.
And they continue to support you. You had the 7th eye surgery, so there were a lot of questions coming into this fight.
Believe myself 100%. I trained 100%, and I just knew I was going to come with the victory, so that's why.
Errol Spence Jr. had established himself as, despite his dominance, Spence faced serious setbacks, but he returned to stop Yordenis Ugas.
Had a little bit of a peek into what inactivity does. It was 2 years longer, and it was a different, you know, it's a different sport, but it's a combat sport. It's UFC, of course. But Conor McGregor, 5 years off, you can't, you can't do it. I mean, Muhammad Ali, when he came back 3.5 years off, he had 2 tune-ups, and he couldn't beat Joe Frazier.
Believe myself 100%. I trained 100%, and I just knew I was going to come with the victory.
How are you? Hey, the girl's looking good, man. The girl's looking good on the
conversation became about far more than it became about everything that
I don't know what's going on with Logan.
Sung really early, like in the first round.
Even so, I'm not asking for that.
Errol Spence Jr. had established himself as one of the most dominant
fans love.
Despite his dominance, Spence was still an elite force at one.
Now Spence looking for the finish.
Tszyu has a legendary former champion now training him.
Fennick.
And Jeff Fennick. And I sometimes you could say, wow, that's a good thing. I don't know if it's all. We'll find out. I don't know if it's always. Maybe it is. I don't know if it always is. Because I've seen former fighters. I mean, I've been in the trenches seeing it. Where former fighters, some of them become like Buddy McGurk, became a really good trainer. Andy Lee, become a really good trainer. But some of them don't. Some of Roy Jones didn't quite get there to that. And sometimes it's because they try to impose what they did onto the other. And it can't happen all the time that way. Not everyone could do what you did.
Not every legendary
Terrence Bud Crawford entered the fight as a 3.
Talk about Errol Spence going. We're going to see how that goes. And the other key thing here is AB Spence
was the higher level, in my mind, and on paper, the higher level talent fighter than Tszyu. But Tszyu his advantages are obviously, again, simplistic. He's fighting at home. He's been active. Yeah, he's been knocked out twice, but he's been active. He had a couple wins in between his last loss. Build-up wins for confidence builders, all that stuff.
5 years younger.
5 years younger, and he's
That's where Jeff Fennick's perspective adds another dimension to the conversation. While everyone else keeps discussing ring rust, weight changes, and statistics, Jeff focuses on something that can't be measured. He believes Tszyu doesn't need to win interviews or press conferences. He only needs to stay mentally focused. Looking at Tim throughout fight week, that's exactly what we've seen. He hasn't chased attention or tried to dominate headlines. Instead, he looks like someone whose mind is already locked on the fight itself. Jeff even mentioned that the greatest success during training camp wasn't teaching a brand new combination, but helping Tim enjoy boxing again. That's not something you hear every day. Most coaches spend fighting.
Means a lot, man. It means a lot fighting in my hometown in front of my family, my friends. Leaving myself 100%. I train 100%, and I just knew I was gonna come with the victory. So this one.
How are you? Hey, the girl's looking good, man. The girl's looking good on the field.
I'm doing this. I'm helping a young kid who needs help. Yeah. Win, lose or draw, I know I've helped this man, or this young man. I know I've helped him tremendously. I mean, you get all these people asking questions, asking me questions. And listen, there's only one person you've got to ask. Go into the other room and say to Tim, how do you feel? Are you happy? Have your preparation been right? That's Jeff Fennick going to help you. I've more than helped him. Like I said, I've made him a happy human being. And he hasn't been that for a long time. And
Jeff
Errol Spence Jr. had established himself as one of the most dominant welterweights of his era. Despite his dominance, Spence faced serious setbacks, but he returned and he was still an elite force at 147 pounds.
Job ahead of us. I mean, all these people saying, what's Jeff Fennick going to do? I've already done what I need to do. I've made Tim happy. I've given him the best camp that he's had. I mean, everybody says, I've had the best training camp. Well, this is not the best training. This is completely different to what Tszyu does, and it's a completely different Tszyu that I'm talking to. I've spoken to him prior to fights before. You don't get much out of him. He's not sour, but he's not happy. He's always in that mental state that I just want to kill somebody. He's not in that state now. He's in a state that I'm the happiest guy in the world. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to.
That mental approach Jeff keeps talking about is also.
Despite his dominance, Spence faced serious setbacks, but he returned to stop Yordenis Ugas in 2020. He was still an elite force at 147 pounds.
I can appreciate that viewpoint.
Ugas is hurt. Talk about where Spence going. We're going to see how that goes. And the other key thing here is early rounds, you would have maybe Spence.
Expert opinion, when a guy's been out for 3 years, how do you know what you're gonna get? You know, it's very difficult to just pinpoint it for sure. You know, it's like we know with how Tim's been looking. We know where Tim's showing some flaws, and we know where Tim's showing some strength. Right, even in this little recovery of a couple of wins he's had recently. With Errol, we have nothing. We have nothing at all. I don't. You know, I'd love to be able to break down and detail and things like that. You know, Errol's usually a machine. He comes forward, he presses behind a high guard and all this southpaw stance, southpaw jab. But does he have punches?